The Star Balloon Ride. In a quiet little house at the edge of a drowsy town, there lived a gentle child named Milo. He had big, curious eyes and soft, wavy hair that always seemed to rest just over one brow. Milo liked peaceful things, like the whisper of trees in the breeze, the quiet purring of his cat Pickle, and the way stars peeked out one by one as night fell. Every evening, Milo would tiptoe to the window in his cozy pajamas, cradling Pickle in his arms. Together, they'd press their cheeks to the windowsill and gaze up at the night sky. Milo didn't talk much. It wasn't because he didn't have thoughts, he had many, but the world often felt loud, and his favorite thoughts liked to stay tucked in soft, quiet corners. Then one night, something very unexpected happened. As Milo was brushing his teeth and fluffing his pillow, he noticed something unusual. There, resting gently beside his pillow, was a balloon. But not just any balloon. It shimmered like morning dew. It sparkled like the first frost, and it glowed softly, as if the moon itself had sighed inside it. Tied to the balloon was a silver ribbon, long enough for sleepy fingers to hold. Milo blinked. He rubbed his eyes and looked again. Still there. Pickle let out a soft mew and curled up at the foot of the bed, calm and still, as if to say, "Go on." Milo climbed under the covers, pulled them up beneath his chin, and reached for the ribbon. As soon as he took hold of it, the bed exhaled the gentlest breath and rose. Up, up, up it floated, quiet as a hush, through the open window, above rooftops lit with sleepy golden lights, past trees rocking gently in the breeze, and higher still into the deep, cool sky. Milo's bed glided like a boat on a calm sea, and the glowing balloon tugged ahead softly, its light leaving a trail of glittering air. He wasn't afraid. The air smelled like dreams and lavender. The stars twinkled close enough to reach. Below, the world looked like a blanket stitched with nighttime hush. As the bed floated higher, little shapes flickered in the distance. Not just stars, shapes that moved. A lion leapt between clouds. A starfish flicked its fins through the constellations. A giant bear snored gently on a moonbeam, sending little wisps of fog with each breath. They were constellation creatures. Milo sat up in wonder. The balloon carried him closer. The first to greet him was a gentle giraffe, her neck arching across the sky. Her glowing spots flickered like lanterns swinging in the wind. "Hello, Milo," she said, her voice soft and deep. "We've been waiting for you." "You have?" Milo asked in a whisper. She nodded slowly. "You've received the star balloon. That means you're ready." "Ready for what?" he asked. "To collect sleepy giggles," the giraffe said kindly. Just then, a sparkling sound drifted past his ear, like a bubble filled with laughter. It popped with a soft shimmer. Milo looked around. "Where do they come from?" The giraffe's eyes twinkled. "From dreams. When children giggle in their sleep, the sound floats into the sky like tiny stars, and we gather them." The balloon gave a gentle tug. "Go ahead, dream collector," the giraffe said. "Follow the yawns and wonder." The balloon drifted toward a swirl of cloud where sheep leapt slowly across the sky, their wool glowing like soft moonlight. Each time a sheep leapt, it let out a soft "bah," and from somewhere below, sleepy giggles floated upward. Milo reached out his hands and caught a few. They sparkled in his palms, warm and feather-light, before melting into his blanket. One sheep winked at him. "Nice catch," it said with a drowsy smile before curling up on a floating puff of cloud. Next, the balloon guided Milo toward a sky whale, massive and calm, gliding through the stars like a slow song. Its belly glowed, and Milo saw scenes inside, children flying through marshmallow clouds, dancing animals, and cakes as big as houses. "Hello," the whale hummed gently. "Hi," Milo whispered. "Would you like a dream bubble?" it asked. Milo nodded. The whale exhaled a glowing bubble that floated gently into Milo's lap. Inside it shimmered colors and laughter and soft music. "Thank you," Milo said, hugging it close. "You're welcome," said the whale. "Sleep travels lighter with joy." On they floated, quiet as a sigh, through paths of stardust and beams of moonlight, past owls resting on clouds and dragons curled up in their sleep. Milo met a fox made of stars who chased dreams across the sky. He met kittens playing with shimmering yarn, their sleepy giggles rising like mist. Milo gathered the laughter gently, tucking it under his blanket and in his sleeves, like treasures made of glow. Some giggles twinkled, some fizzed like bubbles, others made a soft hiccuping sound that made him smile from the inside out. At last, the balloon began to slow. They hovered beside a mountain shaped from stacked blankets and folded dreams. At the top sat someone wrapped in a robe woven from moonlight and mist, the dream keeper. Her braids sparkled with silver. Her eyes reflected entire galaxies. "You've done well," she said in a voice like a lullaby. "Your first journey is nearly complete." Milo opened his hands, full of glowing giggles. "What do I do with them?" he asked quietly. "Let them go," she replied. He hesitated. "Let them go?" She smiled. "Let them return to the dreamers, to lift their sleep, to light their hearts." So Milo closed his eyes and opened his hands. The giggles rose softly. They shimmered, they twirled, they drifted downward like glowing feathers. "Thank you, little dream traveler," the dreamkeeper whispered. Milo let out a long, sleepy yawn, the kind of yawn that starts in your toes and ends in your eyelashes. The balloon, now dim and golden, tugged gently once more. "Time to go home," it seemed to hum. Milo snuggled beneath his covers and waved a sleepy goodbye to the dreamkeeper. The bed floated gently downward, down through the sleepy clouds, past the sheep and the whale, through trails of moonlight and stardust. The giraffe bowed her head as they passed. "Sleep well, little star." And then, Milo was back. The bed rested softly in his room. The balloon hovered once more, just for a moment, before it disappeared in a shimmer of silver. Pickle stretched and curled close beside him, warm and calm. Milo sank into his blankets, eyes fluttering closed. He didn't need to say a word. The stars had heard everything. Far above, the sky glowed on. The whale still sang. The giggles still danced in the dark. And Milo drifted into the gentlest, quietest sleep he had ever known. The end.